rise in favor of the chairman's resolution very strongly. And I want to start by praising our chairman for standing with whistleblowers, the people who are willing to stand up at great personal risk, at great personal cost, to say that something has gone fundamentally awry in the government. As I understand it, Ms. Newbold has worked for 18 years for Republican presidents, for Democratic presidents, and comes forward to say she has never seen anything like what has been taking place in the White House Security Clearance Office. She is personally reporting 25 cases where the professional staff have said that somebody should not be granted a security clearance. They don't say this for trivial reasons, as you know, Mr. Chairman. They are looking only for people who are compromised by foreign powers, or have a business conflict of interest, or have engaged in criminal behavior that would cast doubt on their ability to possess security information, or they have a drug or alcohol problem. As I understand it, those are the categories. And 25 people, the professional staff recommended, should not be granted security clearances, and this was overruled. This is a systemic crisis for all Americans. Not for Democrats or Republicans or liberals or conservatives, for all of us. This is our security clearance office. Then, Ms. Newbold goes to her supervisor to say, this is not how it should be done. And if you're going to overrule us, you've got to document why and explain how you have information that negates or excuses the initial problem. And they weren't doing it. And she got no satisfaction from her immediate supervisor, so she went to his supervisor. Then she went to the White House counsel's office, and all she gets is a chain of people telling her to go back to her desk and to be quiet. So she comes to our committee. This woman is an American hero for what she's doing. She is standing up for the American people, and she comes and she says, this is her final hope to come to the Oversight Committee, to Mr. Cummings, to Chairman Cummings and the members. And what do we get from the other side? Well, the president can do whatever he wants. You know why? Because we've got a king in America. Forget the American Revolution. Forget the Constitution. We've got a king. The president can do whatever he wants now. We have no rule of law that applies to the president. The president can fire anybody he wants. The president can squelch criminal investigations. The president can tell prosecutors to drop cases against people. We've got a king in America. They've elected us a king, Mr. Chairman. So I'm moved by what the gentleman from Virginia says, which is you have operated with the most extraordinary patience and indulgence towards our colleagues across the aisle. Your predecessors in this job never would have allowed the kind of discussions which you allow routinely every day in this committee. And what do they use it for? They use it to mischaracterize what's taking place. This is not some kind of attack on the president. We're trying to vindicate the security clearance process for the American people, for our government. So do I support your resolution? With every fiber of my being, I support your resolution, Mr. Chairman. Every member of this committee should support it. Can you imagine if under President Obama, 25 people were denied security clearances by the professional staff, and then President Obama said, no, let's go ahead and give them their security clearances? Do you know what our friends across the aisle would be saying now? I would gladly yield to one of them if they would say that they would have accepted that without protesting. So, Mr. Chairman, we need to pass your resolution, and we need to move forward with dispatch, and let us bring this whistleblower back in. She's an American hero for what she's done today. I yield back to the chairman.